What's up, YouTube? Mini Minchino here, and welcome to my final contribution to Winter's Elementary. Welcome to Minecraft, actually. So, I know I've been doing a creative series of Minecraft on my channel, so I wanted to do something a little bit different for this video. I actually created this world and stuff specifically for Winter's Elementary, and just kind of what it represents. So we're going to kind of skate down this ice river and see what I've created here. I've kind of modified the landscape slightly because I didn't like the green where the trees were and stuff, so it's kind of only skin deep, to be honest. Once you go beyond a certain way, it's kind of gone, but that's okay. That's just one of the few changes I've worked on. Hey! You're here! Mr. Polar Bear, hi! I brought these guys in and they just sort of wandered around. But yeah, guys, I've created this little area here specifically for Winter's Elementary and just kind of what it represents to me and kind of thing. And I don't know, just kind of to show a whole community sort of deal happening. And hopefully you'll understand in a second. I'm just going to kind of wander around here and just sort of show off this landscape a teeny weeny bit. Did I start my timer? Yes, I did. Awesome! Also, a warning to you all, I am very sleep deprived right now. I stayed up until 5 a.m. Because my boyfriend fell asleep early and I didn't have the heart to leave him alone. So I stayed up with him for a while, and then also my friend Deb is still here, as you may have heard from my first Wind Waker videos and stuff. It's actually, what day is it today? The 28th of January? It's still the 27th. Okay, my bad. It's 27th. She's in the background, by the way, so you might hear her a little bit, but my mic sucks, so it might not pick her up too well. So feel free to say hey. But yeah, like, yeah, I lost my train of thought, like, completely and utterly. I think we have more polar bears just chilling out here, actually. It seems like they can't jump, so they're just kind of funneling their way down here and just getting stuck. It's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I'm super sleep deprived right now, so please bear with me. But now that we're finally here, because I'm wandering and honestly stalling, I'd like to welcome you all to the outskirts of the town of Coble. Ignore the minecarts that these villagers are in. I'm just using that to keep them somewhere. This is our first person here we meet. And, okay, apparently I have to show off my inventory and stuff in order to see him, or see his name. This is Fisher. He's the fisherman. So, you know, sup Fisher, how you doing? These are just the town's guard dogs, guard wolves, I guess. So we have basically homes here, and I created like a little bit of a loose story to this place. So there's like a whole town back there, but before we get to that, this whole place, did I knock you out of place? Not really. You know what, it's fine. So this whole place basically started as this little area of igloos here, because, like, I don't know, these people that came, they didn't have a ton just yet, and they sort of settled in and stuff, and made these areas and things like that. We've got, who lives here? I forget. Larry, Joe, Maggie, and Will. So these 4 individuals, a lot of these names don't really have any significance to anything in particular. I just sort of named them random things. Who's living here? Who's here right now? Will. These guys were the first settlers to this area. Sup, polar bears. They brought animals and stuff with, like, I don't know, they found their way in or something. This is Tom, and you can see every igloo is slightly different, because they all have different interests and stuff. Tom the book guy, because he likes books or something. He goes to the library a lot. And this is Hunter, Fisher, and Bob. Bob kind of helps out the town. He's one of the villagers that came with them that doesn't really have a specialty, whereas a lot of people tend to hear, like, I think Larry, like, he's got a job somewhere, so we'll see him later, and his family is Maggie and Will and stuff. Um, Tom is like was the original, like, I guess, scholar, knowledge guy. You'd go to him for advice and stuff, and then obviously Fisher and Hunter are the hunter and fisherman. Everybody else helps with the hunting and fishing, but they're like the masters of it, we'll say. And then Bob just chills with them. And I think, yeah, hey, how you doing, Hunter? I just sort of put random names on random villagers because I really didn't want to just pick through each individual villager. It's very hard. This is Sarah. She's kind of the entertainer. She doesn't look like a girl, but that's okay. You know what? It really doesn't matter. She's made life choices, and she's very proud of them, and we should be proud of them as well. So these were the first settlers to this area. They just kind of built like a community pit. They lived a simple life and stuff like that. Then other people showed up and started making other things. So in my mind, this is like the start of YouTube, where like people just posted whatever and they just kind of lived, they just kind of chilled and just kind of did whatever. And then somebody else decided, hey, we can do something more with this. So other people came along and started building. So we have this little house here. This is Scary's house. There's a theme that you'll see later on, but this is Scary's little house. He's got a very small, simple life going on here because he was chilling. But he came along with the eventual mayor of this place, Mayor Coble. So this is basically what turned into a town I like to call the town of Coble. And Mayor Oswald Coble chilled and it basically helped build this place and was one of the ones that was like, we can do more with this area. We can have a bustling community and villagers can slam doors and be generally annoying. Get out of the door, guys. Oh my god. How many are in here? Get out. Get out. Get out. No? Alright, you know what? We're gonna leave you guys to be creepy, because I'm not gonna lie, that's really creepy. I didn't look at the sign as to whose house this was, but I believe this is actually Old Man Winter's house and his wife. I forget what her name was. I forget what I named her. Old Man Winter will be very, very important in just a moment. I apologize, though. You guys are really gonna have to bear with me, because the lack of sleep is just really just messing with me right now. You know what? Thank you for opening the door, you guys. Yeah, this is the Winter residence. So Old Man Winter is here. There's a dog with his face in the fence. I think you. Okay. I mean, you're doing all right, buddy. It's cool. Everybody has like a dog hanging out on the outside. Even Scary does. So yeah. So this is like the, I guess, second phase of YouTube, I guess. I don't know why I thought of this. I thought of this parallel halfway through making this. So there's that. These guys just kind of gravitated to the doors, and they're being really creepy, if I'm honest. I did not expect that to happen. These are just random tourists and people just seeing what's going on. This is the Cobbletown Library also. We have Shannon Coble. This is Mayor Coble's wife, who is the librarian of this wonderful small little library right here. And she, she keeps track of all the stuff. She visits Tom a lot. Tom comes here. They'll chill and talk about, book stuff and learn all kinds of things and just sort of generally, they're good friends actually. They're friend. Tom's a friend of the family. They met early on while settling this place, and he gave Shannon the idea, hey man, you should totally build a library. And she's like, that sounds like a cool idea. I really do enjoy reading and books and stuff, and we can just build a community place for everybody to chill out. Don't mind that picture, it just worked, I guess. Yeah. Oh goodness. Oh my. So yeah, this is the Cobbletown library. Fun fact about, can you guys let me out, please? Thank you. Just leave. This area up here, let's actually see if we can fly up here. Yep, there we go. So I created these smokestack things outside of every sort of chimney. The igloos have them too, because igloos will melt if they don't have them. Fun fact, I guess. These chimneys are actual chimneys. I can actually go down in there and do whatever. Some of these other houses, like these houses here, they're not functional, but you know, they're just there. It's cool. And I just figured I'd do the whole snowy roof thing. Took a while to figure that out, actually. So there's that. So there's the Cobbletown library. Now we're gonna move on to this place right here. This is Harry and Mo. I forget what Mo does at the moment. I don't remember what Mo does right now, but Harry and his roommate Mo live here. And they just chill out. Harry also has a job somewhere. I forget what Mo does. I don't know which bed's which. They tend to, I don't know, I feel like they it took them a while to figure out, like, this place is kind of small. Figured a good place to sleep. They debated on bunk beds, but I guess that didn't work out too well for them, so they're like, nah, no bunk beds. It's cool. But they've got, you know, furnace up here to keep warm and stuff, and all these places are very, very similar. You can see the chimney coming up through there and everything, and I don't know, I think it's very quaint. It's very small, but very quaint and just a little bit cozy, and of course they have the basic Minecraft needs, and I don't know why my mouse is stuttering right now. It's a bit weird. I hope my mouse battery isn't dying. That's kind of a little bit of a pain in the rear end. But over time, while this place was being developed and stuff, somebody thought, hey, you know, let's do some consumer shenanigans here. Let's build a store. And as we know, over time, people started making careers out of YouTube and stuff like that. And everybody just kind of joined together, formed their own communities and stuff, and let's do our own thing with it. So this is Golden Apple's general store. So I just kind of put that there. They sell everything from... Sup, guy? They sell everything from just sort of general cheap armor and elytra and stuff to food and just anything else that they happen to be able to get their hands on. You know, books and stuff, newspapery stuff, because they get trade from outside this area. And this is Tim Coble. So of course the Coble family decided to expand quite a bit. And of course Tim, poor guy, he kind of forgot to build a back room. So he built an upper room, which is probably very cold if I'm honest, but he'll keep his stock in these chests and stuff, and when he gets more they'll end up coming up here and all kinds of stuff. So, you know, it's not the most interesting place if I'm honest, but you know, it functions for him and his family does well. I mean, his dad's the mayor, his mom's the librarian, and yeah, I think they've created a good life here, and they've attracted a good amount of people to come chill, and they're like, you know what, this town is actually pretty good. Stuff happens here and it's great. And you know, eventually he decided to build the Coble family decided we need a good home to live in. So this is the Coble family residence, and they are currently being invaded upon by tourists, so that's not particularly great. This particular home is actually very nice. They got some decor, because Shannon's like, dude, we can't have no flowers in this place, man. Like, that's not okay. Since I couldn't really properly fireproof this place, this is what serves as the chimney, I guess, and this is what serves as the fireplace, is this furnace to keep everybody warm in here. Unlike other places, they actually have like a dining table here and stuff. So it's like, yay, that's pretty cool. I feel like there should have been 4 chairs here, but I didn't want to block off the staircase. So there you go, there's that. I'll come back down and look at this room. They got like a storage room up here in the attic, which is pretty cool. And of course they have the chimney coming up and the little furnace to keep things warm and stuff. Because they have to stay warm wherever they go. And this, of course, is the bedroom. So they have 2 children. One of them, which we saw, was Tim. I honestly forget what I named the other child, which is not fantastic. We got some more flower action going on here, some storage, and this is, of course, where Mayor Coble and Shannon Coble sleep. Mayor Coble, also known as Oswald Coble. So, yeah. So here's that. This is where they lived, and you know, they decided, let's, you know, make a thing out of everything. We got some stuff happening. Over time, they decided, you know, we need to get some medical dude in. And the only dude they could find, he turns out to be pretty decent at his job, but, you know, he makes house calls, so he doesn't actually have, like, a medical facility, unfortunately. They haven't built that yet. You see, they're still a developing town despite the amount of people coming to see it. They're like, you live out in this cold, friggin' snowy area. Let's see what this place is all about, you know? So this is Dr. West. Nobody really knows his name or anything, but he's the doctor. And he chills, and see, he's already got a patient. One of the tourists is like, yo, fix my leg or something. He has interesting taste in bed covers. But yeah, this is Dr. West's place. He's got some interesting storage up here. I mean, I feel like he'd need a way to get up and down there, cause like, I mean, I don't know. I guess he's just got really stretchy arms or something. He's like Piccolo back in Dragon Ball or some shenanigans. I don't even know. But that's Dr. West, and he's got polar bear butt outside his house, so that's fantastic, you know. Just some polar bear action going on. So there's that. As time went on yet again, an entrance was built here, which would have been seen. So this is still Golden Apple's general. It doesn't look as interesting from the side, to be honest, but you know, once I already built the place, I'm like, I don't really know what to do to make this side better, to be fair. So that's what this is gonna have to be, unfortunately. Oh, hey, do you enjoy your shopping? Awesome. I did too. I mean, I didn't actually shop, but here we go. This house right here was eventually built by another settler who came to the town, who simply prefers to go by Mr. Biggs. Mr. Biggs is quite the barman. He's the owner of a tavern. Are you Mr. Biggs's like relative? Why are you in his house, sir? He lives very simply in his house. Like, I guess, you know, being in a small town, you don't get much. Why are you in his bedroom? Get out of his house, sir, or madam. I don't know. You villagers are very androgynous. I don't even know. But yeah, he lives a very simple life, and you know, he was able to build this little I guess cabiny sort of loft place, whatever. Though he does have like a living room, so he'll chill and just look at the painting and just contemplate things. Explosions, you know, it's fine. You know, he's got like a little place, very small cooking / warming place, and some storage and whatever. You know, he's got enough to, you know, to live and make a living. But, you know, it wouldn't make sense for him to own a tavern or a pub or whatever and not have a place to actually work at. So, did I actually name this place? Did I name this place? This is the Drunken Dragon. This is the town bar place sort of area. And I figured, you know, it's kind of small because, again, simple living, small town, you know, these guys don't have a ton, but as you can see, they have many people behind the thing here. And there's Mr. Biggs, and I guess he's got some employees. I don't remember him being here. I guess the villagers must have pushed him. You guys are jerks. Just saying. You've got a couple of employees here clearly, and you know, some some customers that have interesting hobbies of you know, jumping on tables and whatnot. But it's fine. It's a good place, you know. Sometimes Sarah will come here and just uh, grab, I don't know, her guitar or something. I should have put a jukebox in here, like maybe right here. That would have been cool. I should have. I don't really want to right now, though. How long has this been going on for? Oh my goodness, 20 minutes. But you know what? I'm going to keep this going on a little bit long, but that's okay. I hope it's been interesting so far, but I'm not going to dwell on that too much. We don't have a ton more to see. We have we're just going to go ahead and move on to this other store here called the Diamond Pickaxe, and this is more specialized with tools and hunting gear and armor, and as you can see, it's a little bit more fancy. See, this guy, I forgot to name him, actually. I think he was supposed to be the other Coble child. He or she, I don't even know at this point, but, you know, they sell, you know, everything from weapons and pickaxes and mining gear, enchanted armor and stuff like that. You know, all the higher end stuff that Golden Apples doesn't specialize in particularly. Golden Apples are jack of all trades, master of none kind of deal, and they also provide like the food. They're more so the food guys and just kind of general other dollar store stuff. And then these guys are like, yo, we're gonna give you the weapons and stuff to get the food. Hunter and Fisher need a steady supply of fishing rods and stuff like that. So there's that. Sup, polar bears. We're gonna go at this entrance right here because we're gonna see another building that I thought was very, 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 very special. This is a nice log cabin I made because this place has children, or at least that was the intent. And you know, the Coble children went here when they grew up and stuff like that. But I'd like to welcome you guys to Winters Elementary. I know it's a bad pun, but I felt like it worked. I don't know. I just ran with it. I know it's kind of dumb, but there it is. So, yeah, we just got like a little tiny schoolhouse thing. I was gonna put a desk here, which would have looked better probably, but it would have been very small. I should have made this one further back. I didn't really plan these out too well, to be honest with you. I just kind of built an outline. That looks big enough, and then built the whole thing, and then I came into the interior and was like, let's do these things. And I'm like, well, I can't do this now because there's not enough room to walk or whatever. So there's that. But here is Carl Winter. He's basically the teacher slash principal and stuff like that. They often take trips to the library so they can study in a better, bigger room kind of thing, but he didn't have a lot of resources to his name, so, you know, this was just a labor of love, a labor of passion. He just wanted, you know, a place where he could teach kids stuff, and they'll come here for, like, math and things. He's got a nice big old chalkboard right here. So, yeah, this community grew and learned many things over time, and they continue sharing stuff with each other, much like the YouTubes and stuff like that. Like, you kind of, it's just one of those things where you work your way through it, and eventually it grew into what it is today, and you end up with people making events and stuff similar to Winters Elementary, if not Winters Elementary itself. That was worded very weirdly, but yeah, I felt like this town kind of represented that fairly well. We're gonna go ahead and look at the rest of this town here. This is the Cobblepot Inn. I believe the other Coble is here working. They have, who is this? This is Jan Coble. So this is the other Coble family and person who's attracted a great many people to her inn here. She works very, very hard. And yeah, so they've got like a nice fireplace here. I managed to fireproof it, and I think it looks pretty awesome. I'm not entirely sure if I want to keep these here. I think I might though, just because I don't know. But yeah, I think this fireplace looks quite nice. It just keeps things fairly warm. Nice little corner seats for anybody that just kind of likes being off in the corner. But overall, you know, it's a nice little inn. I could have put more seats here, actually. Arguably, I should, but there it is. I guess this is just kind of the floor where people want to dance and entertain in the inn. Sarah will come here too and entertain the guests. You know, she does quite a bit. But of course, you can't have an inn without a giant freezer section and just various drinks that you can have, as well as bowls for stew. They specialize in stew. May Winter, she's a very accomplished chef, actually. So she'll work at the inn while her husband teaches the youth of today's generation and helps to grow the community into an amazing place. Now, these annoying sounds you're hearing upstairs are, of course, the overcrowded inn guests. So we're going to go up and check on them. They've got a nice little sitting area here, which conveniently nobody is using. So we can just kind of, sit here and just read a book or whatever. There's a tiny window because I couldn't really make it work too well. Arguably I could extend it one more, but I did not, so there's that. So, these rooms, there are four rooms. Each are able to hold 2 people. So, you know, you can hold up to 8 people in this inn here. They all look more or less like this. Well, 2 of them do. So this room, this guy... What are you even doing in there? Did I not put chests in there? I was supposed to. Oh no, I did. He's just chilling in a weird... Can I go past you, sir? Thank you. But yeah, you know, we've got some wall decor and another seating area, which again, nobody seems to want to use. I actually put the wrong block here, so I'm gonna go... Oops. What did I do? Oh no, I put the wrong block there. Can I just, nope. Can I fix this? Can I possibly? Okay, I fixed it, and now we're gonna go boop. And now we're gonna go ahead and fix this, little mistake I made here. Okay, SP, spruce wood logs. Everything around here is spruce wood logs. So that's that pretty much. That's what I wanted to accomplish, instead of floating leaves. I don't like how these connect, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. That's fine. This room looks exactly the same as the other one, but this guy has, I guess, door problems. I don't even know what these guys... They love doors a little bit too much, and yeah. When I first built this inn, I wasn't originally intending on building rooms like this, but I felt that it would look nicer from the outside to extend little bits over the kind of, I don't know, just sort of extending from the roof kind of deal, and those turned into the rooms. This room is slightly different. It's just a different layout, but they're all basically the same. And this guy right here is kind of like the deluxe suite, sort of. It's very, very nice. It's extending over the kitchen, so he probably smells all the stew in the morning and stuff, and all the whatever May decides to make in the morning. So I imagine it smells pretty good. So whoever stays there with their loved one probably has a good time. I had to do the minecart there before, that's why that was a little bit weird. I apologize for the occasional mistake that happens in this town. I worked on it over the last couple weeks and stuff, so yeah. I think now, though, that we're done with the inn and done with pretty much everything else, we can go ahead and look at this. Right before the very last building as well. There's one more I promise you will be alright. This is the Cobbletown Rings. Much like communities are, you know, kind of seen as like a circle of people to chill with and sort of learn from and hang around. So too is this community, and you can see I tried to rehearse this, but it's just absolutely failing. But you know, my major thought behind this was like, You know, this is a community. YouTube's a community. It started from humble igloo beginnings and continued on and grew into what it is now. So has YouTube in and of itself, which is pretty cool. And all the old stuff stayed. You can still find those old videos, as you can still find these old igloos that are right like here. So, you know, I like to think that's a pretty cool idea. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was worth sharing. But I think it's time to show off the... I need to actually hit the right button. Show off the basic brains behind the town. This is like the main town hall, HQ basic sort of place. It's very big and open because they like to have town meetings in here too. Right where all the business is done, which makes sense. And of course, we have Mayor Oswald Coble himself. He's a little bit shy, but yes, sir, you've done good work, sir. You've brought the town of Coble into proper existence and allowed it to flourish and grow while still allowing people to kind of do things their way and just kind of get along and all kinds of stuff. You did awesome, buddy. It's been pretty dang swell. Now he's got a couple people here working for him. Also, I mean, just take a little look at this. I figured like the Cobble Town Hall has to have like a cobblestone ceiling roof thing. I think, I'm not entirely sure I love it, but it looks pretty neat, honestly. I'm good with it, to be entirely fair here. But yes, we have the... What are you? I don't even know what that says. Oh, business and regulations manager Harry here. So he does good work, man. Like, he's the one that determines we need a store here. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, find somebody that's wanting to start that, or somebody can come to him and be like, listen, I want to put in a thing so I can have a store in this town because this town needs these services. And this guy's like, you know, he's gonna be the guy that sort of puts all the paperwork together and brings it up at a town meeting going, hey, this dude wants to build this thing for this service. What do y'all think? You know? So he does that. And this is tourism and community. So, you know, any other community project that this guy wants to do, that's Scary's job. He usually gives tours and stuff, so he has the unfortunate problem of going up to people going, hey, my name is Scary and I will be your tour guide. I mean, this place isn't very big, but, you know, it's got like a rich sort of atmosphere, history kind of thing. We've got a bar, we've got an inn, you know, we've got, you know, a nice library, a little school, you know, come live here or something. So that's Scary's job. He's not the most successful at it because people are kind of weirded out by his name. So there's that. It's kind of unfortunate for him. Like, he's got problems with it, and, you know, he's working on requisitioning a name change department kind of deal that can help him with his I guess, identity sort of deal. This guy here, this is civil disputes. So if anybody has a problem with anybody, that's Mo's job to deal with. So he's the dispute guy. You have any complaints, you go to Mo, and he'll deal with it for you. And this last person here is resource management. So every time a proposal gets put in, either by the business guy or something else, and any one of these guys comes up with something, they come talk to Larry and be like, do we have the stuff for it? What do we need to do it? You know, we need these things. Do we have these available to us? And this guy will be like, you know what? We can do some stuff. We got to rework some things. Let's go talk to the mayor and see what he thinks to figure everything out. And Mayor Cobble's like, all right, I'm going to either accept or deny pretty much anything. And that's pretty much how this town functions. They have a giant fireplace back here too, by the way. It's very similar to the Cobblepot Inn. Slightly different in various ways, but very, very similar in many. And it also actually, like the library, has a functioning chimney as well. I'll show you that real quick, though I think it's about time we end off this video, but I feel like, I don't know, I put in a decent amount of effort. I might as well show it off, and I'm sorry that this video is going on for so long, but that's their chimney right here. And I think that it might actually be time now to finally end off this video. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, Minnie out. And also, I'd like to thank RockPaperMario and Sean from Good Entertainment for hosting this event. And yeah, it's been kind of awesome. So until next time, I'm out. Enjoy yourselves.